Alright, dudes, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to do another RuFF's Mind episode here. This is basically where we're going to jump in. We're going to jump into a random game, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I'm doing. It's basically just straight up commentary of what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be thinking. So this is a TVT. So let's do it. Question is, what do I want to do in this TVT? Let me take a look at the map real quick. The back end here. I think it's easy for stuff to get in the back end. Because it's easy to get in the back end, I don't want to do any kind of gasless or wall that area off. I'm going to play a little bit more standard. What I'm going to do the Marauder opener for you guys. Kind of give you guys an idea of why I do it. And you're going to see the little transition that I do in the very beginning here. Alright. We're going to do gas first. Once this depot finishes, we're going to drop the racks. Right. Whoops, wrong spot. Oh well. We're going to let it finish and lift off then. Alright, we're going to put these guys on gas here. And that's it. For a while, it's just going to be one gas. Until we expand. So, most of the time, people like to go ahead and drop their factory and then a tech lab whenever they're doing the build like this. But I like to do the opposite. And the reason I like to do the opposite is I find that Marauders are pretty good in the beginning. If you're getting cheese, right? So if it's a Marauder cheese, you have your own Marauders to handle it. And then you also have Marauders to handle any kind of Reapers that come in your base. And there is a build where you can punish the enemy or your opponent for trying to, you know, trying to cheese you. So you'll notice I'll get the tech lab before the factory. The reason I do is because if you get factory and then the tech lab, you can only make one Marauder by the time your factory's done. But I actually need two for this opener. And there's two different ways into the base. And I don't get concussive with this. If I get concussive with it, it's going to set my build behind. And it's not going to allow me to tech up the way that I want to or get that factory soon enough. That's the problem. Alright, so once this guy's done, I'm going to go ahead and get the command center in the low ground. Now I put this Marauder right by the ramp. That way he can either reinforce versus a Reaper that comes by the natural or into my base. See, but because we did the tech lab first before the factory, this other Marauder should come out any second now. I'm going to move this guy down here. And then this guy is going to cover this spot for Reapers. Okay. Oh my god, I can't even click it. Alright, cool. Then we're going to get another gas, and we're going to get a Cyclone. So this particular timing is very strong versus that Reaper Hellion meta. As one, you have two Marauders and a Cyclone versus the Reaper and the Hellion, which is a pretty big deal. You'll notice when the Cyclone's halfway done, I'll start moving my stuff out a little bit. It's kind of what you want to do. And then from here, you can transition however you want. You can go into mech, you can go into battle cruisers, you can go into just about anything, I would say. You could do like a three command center expand too behind this, but this is the kind of opener I like. So you can see we're going to counter the meta here. Look at that. He's already countered. Right? I don't see it coming. And this other Cyclone is going to be here for if he tries to send that Reaper to my base. Drop a starport. I'm going to tech up a little bit. Oh. Don't want to see me. Right. Okay, I'm going to send this other guy across now. So it looks like we did good by countering him. So his own Cyclone is probably going to try to fix it up and then attack down that ramp. Definitely delaying that pretty well, though, his command center, which is a big deal, actually. Oh. Send this back, because he's got two of them. We got to repair our own while that's going on. So, question is, what's he doing? Okay, so he's playing relatively normal, but he's making a bunch of Cyclones in the beginning, which is a bit strange. I'm going to keep making Cyclones here. Now, if he had two factories, I would go into Banshees, but I'm not going to do that. 2 factories means that if you're going for Sky Terran like I am right here, the battle cruiser, you want to be very careful if they go mass cyclones, because battle cruisers don't fight that very well, especially in the beginning. But because we found out that it's relatively standard, there's not 2 factories, just 1 factory, we can go into the BC stuff. So we're going to do that. So remember, you see 2 factories, go Banshees if they're going mass cyclone. Alright, just a heads up. You want to do that. Alright, I've got a good amount of these guys. I'm going to use that Rax even though it's on the other side of the map to make some Marines and put in a bunker just to kind of delay any attack that might come my way. I do this sometimes just to scout as well. And you really don't need a high commitment of Marines, so it's just going to throw them in there. And technically you only need 1 to really kind of throw them off and be like, oh my god, I can't attack into the bunker, right? So I'm going to do that now. Use this as vision.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Alright, so we got our 2 battle cruisers started. Usually after that I'll try to expand behind it. We're going to scout with this Rax first. See if there's any tanks. If there's no tanks, we go harass them. And tank there, so let's sit back, let's bait those Marines out. Yeah, we're going to try to get them. Oh, he's not paying attention. He's losing them. That's good for me. It's very good. The BC start, you do want to get the Yamato out to do that. We've got a decent amount of Marines there, right? I'm going to drop a factory real quick before that Rax dies. Just because, you know, I can't make one when it blows up. There we go. Just in case I need to transition out into Cyclones or into tanks, depending on what his army is. So we got to see what he's doing first. He's still doing bio. Yeah, he's still doing bio, so BC should be fine. BC should be A-okay here. Alright, once my 3rd and 4th BC start, usually that's when I try to get my armories. And we are getting attacked here. This is actually good for us, because I think we're going to win, since he's on my side of the map. So, all those Ravens, not useful right now. Look at that. So we killed the siege tanks. We're going to move forward. So he needed those Ravens to be at his base. And he did not have them at his base. So now he's going to lose. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to lock down these. I actually thought I could kill that CC, but for some reason we couldn't. I'm actually very surprised by that. Got a little greedy there. We're going to teleport these, because he's practically dead now. After that happened, and that's it. Okay. So you see that? I saw a timing window to win the game, because his Ravens came on my side of the map to harass. Had his Ravens not come on my side of the map to harass, I would have to be very careful with lockdown, right? And so the idea was, hey, I can just go in there and kill the tanks, and then my Cyclones can support my BCs and win the game, right? So that's exactly what happened there. But yeah, the Marauder opener, super good. You can do any kind of transition out of it. And what's nice is, instead of you having a reactor, you have a tech lab, so you can do tech units, right? So if you want to get tanks, you want to get Thors, you want to get Cyclones, you already have that tech lab there, right? So, I like it. I think it's pretty good. Let me know what you guys think.